Hello everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle and Trevor. Say hi, Kyle and Trevor.
Hello everyone.
Howdy.
All three of us on Chainsaw Man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Trevor is joining us today from...
Wait. This isn't JoJo Lands?
Oh, wait, yeah, no, actually, JoJo Lands is that's on tomorrow's...
Like 3-4 days.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's video that we're recording.
No.
Well, you're here. That's right,
no.
everyone. Trevor from hit Rat's Nest Book Club Steel Ball Run and hit Rat's Nest Book Club JoJolian and hits Rat Nest Manga Chapter Review, the JoJo Lands, and the tied for the highest grossing Rat's Nest episode, Sex Fruit. It's Trevor, everyone. But welcome back to Chainsaw Man. Today we have chapter 139, A Chair's Feelings. Chairs certainly do have feelings. They certainly do. This was a very good chapter. I would say that I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I really like this chapter a lot too. Trevor?
Yeah, it was good. We could see, was this where we got the name of Swordman?
We got Sugoi, yeah.
Was it?
Got his name.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I didn't know if it was said in any previous chapters. I didn't remember it being said, but, I mean, it could have, in the...
Yeah, they didn't say any of the names of the hybrids at the end of the Makima fight. So, I mean, we knew Kwanji and Reze, but the rest of them was just, like, Swordman. We don't even know Katana Man's name. And, we had that entire arc with him.
Yeah, we just know him as Katana Man.
Yeah.
This is that guy's son, right?
No.
Okay, I heard...
No.
I thought I heard... That's so true, Trevor. I was reading something on it, and I thought someone called him that guy's son. Where it's like, would he hold resentment against Dennis for like kicking like his dad in the balls over and over?
Oh, I don't know. Just a Josh, I guess. Not like Josh.
That was based.
That was based, yeah.
But we're here with Mike, the sword guy, and we're picking up where we left off. So would you guys like to just get straight into it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we get Dennis and Mike kind of looking at each other, and he goes, "Does this jog your memory? When you fought Makima, a pretty strong sword wielder should have been there too." "Yeah, that's right. That was me." And Dennis just looks. He's like, "Nope, long story, but I'm not the one who fought that battle." As we all know, obviously it was Pochita that was fighting instead of Dennis at that point. And so Mike goes,
my favorite character, Black Chainsaw Man.
"Dude, that's great. I love him." And he's like, "Huh, wait, you're not?" And we get the funny water thing of where he reuses the same panel twice in a row for an effect, which is poggers. They're just kind of looking. And Dennis goes, "Look, I got to get to school." And so he goes to school, but he doesn't escape him for long. Then we get Mike saying, "I transferred here from Kanagawa. My name's Mike Smith. My hobbies are running and playing the piano." Dennis kind of looks. And we get some girls, some pretty girls saying, "Is he a hunk or what?" He's like a mashup of Dennis and the student council president. So I had to remember the student council president is Iseumi. I've seen some people say that Josh is the student council president. That's just not correct. He does kind of look like a mix-up, like he looks kind of androgynous, like kind of if a man and a woman had a child,
He looks like Dennis's old design.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Trevor, this is something that you wouldn't know since you just caught up to the manga. But Funny Water actually ran through some old Dennis designs whenever he was like creating Chainsaw Man, and one of them was the design that we got, but Dennis had black hair. And so this is basically confirming, right? Whenever we saw him in the Makima fight, he has some similarities to Dennis. But this is basically just, I think, like a tongue-in-cheek way of Funny Water being like, yeah, no, he's the old Dennis design, right? Just realized.
Okay, yeah.
It also confirms that girls think Dennis is hot. Dennis is canonically hot. He just fumbles.
Oh, he just absolutely fumbles. Yeah.
We get Mike saying, "One more thing, I'm not here to make friends, so don't talk to me, you pieces of trash." Based. Everyone's looking, and then they immediately start talking to him. Women, am I right?
Like you would know.
Dude, I would know so well. Dude, I've had more girlfriends than Dennis has.
Well, it depends. It depends on what you consider a girlfriend.
Okay, who would you consider Dennis to have dated then?
So what you're trying to get at, Brandon, is that you've had more.
He did date Riza.
I didn't really date her. They never really went out.
For like I saw it like 3 hours. For solid like 3 hours.
No,
I mean, they
Brandon,
swam naked together.
I have an important distinction I must ask.
Okay.
Brandon. Okay, so for my important distinction, have you dated more women than Dennis, or have you been gaslit, gatekept, and girl bossed by a more adult woman?
I can't claim to have been sexually assaulted by more adult women than Dennis, sadly, but I'm working on that currently.
Oh no!
Working on that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Brandon, you're not a teenager anymore. That's not how that works. You can't get sexually assaulted by women anymore.
Oh, that's true. Dang, I'm sorry. That's my bad. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I get the girls, and they're talking to Mike, and they're like, "Do you have a girlfriend? Were you in club at your old school? You have to play piano for us." And he's like, "They won't shut up. Hey, Dennis, will you get rid of them for me?" And bro is mauling.
He's pissed.
Bro is furious.
Seething.
Bro's like, "I don't want that. I don't want that at all. All these girls flocking around Mike. I want them to be around me for 10 years at least." That's what he's saying right there. It's the funny. Trevor, you also want to get this. This is chapter 139. I know you can't count, but chapter 139 was the last chapter of Attack on Titan, and so it's been a big thing because a lot of Chainsaw Man fans were fans of Attack on Titan. It's been a big thing. People are like, "Oh, 139. We just got to get past that number." So here we are. There's been some funny discourse.
Right?
There's been some funny discourse. So we get here, and we get to see Dennis and Mike on the roof. And he's like, "Dude, what do you want? Spit it out already." And he's like, "It's private." And then, of course, there's Molestina herself sitting on top of Dennis.
Molestina.
She's like, "Oh, don't mind me. I know what's up. I'm a public safety dog." And he's like, "You're with public safety? Are you serious?" And Mike just kind of looks. He's like, "Well, whatever. I'm here as a Chainsaw Man church messenger. The weapons walk with the Chainsaw Man church. Join us, Dennis." This is like the weapons, and Mike explains, "We're a community of people like you, people who can turn into devils. Most of the church's top brass are weapons. They're promising you a pretty high position if you join." Dennis goes, wait. It's the Chainsaw Man church. You got to make Chainsaw Man the church's leader. Anything less is disrespectful to... Oh, no, that's not Dennis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what Dennis says exactly, yeah.
Dude, Dennis is saying that. That's so true.
This is Molestina.
And she's like, anything less is disrespectful to Senpai, don't you think? And Dennis is like, yeah, what she said. So Dennis did say it. He did say it because he said that's what she said. So he said the exact words that she was saying.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't ask. And Mike goes, "Hey, it's a pretty good offer. You only need to pitch in a little with jobs they give you, and you can do whatever else you want. You can even turn down jobs you don't want to do. It is a gig economy." And he's like, "You can spend as much money as you want, too. I go to the arcade and eat steak every day." And Dennis is like, "What?"
And this is a pretty good page right
Steak every day. And then Molestina goes, "Wouldn't you get tired if you ate steak every day?" "I'd go with sushi." "Yeah, sushi. I could never get tired of sushi." "Oh, I'd want a daily parfait, too, if I could get it. I'd never get tired of parfaits either, even if I had one every single day." This is like, "I'd never get tired of Chinese food, even if I ate it for every meal." And Mike isn't a big fan of this. He's like, "That the food is not the point, you idiots. What are you, little kids?" This is clearly a reference to the fact that they are bantering back and forth as if they are little kids and not a 22-year-old sitting on top of a 17-year-old on top of a school roof while the 22-year-old pretends to be a high school student. On the next page, Mike says,
but he's hot, so it's okay.
"I didn't get this job to chit-chat about infantile crap. Dennis, you should understand." This is like, "I should." And Mike is like, "I spent my entire life being used like a tool by worthless bastards. I heard it was the same for you." And Dennis kind of looks, and Mike's like, "See, that look says bingo, am I right?" And Dennis goes, "Bingo." He's like, "I'm not about to worship you, but I am grateful to you with every passing day. In the Chainsaw Man Church, I'm truly free. I realize something. My body, my brain, I ought to use them for myself. Join me in the Chainsaw Man Church. I'll protect you from public safety and that sushi woman." Based. Someone who actually cares about Dennis, probably. That's rare. Trevor, who in part one would you say
There's literally two people. There's literally two people here that care about Dennis.
Here? Like here right now?
Are they in the room right now?
No, like here, as in like at this point in time in these panels.
In these panels right now. So there's three people
because,
here. Two of them care about
the
Dennis.
sexual assault devil. Yeah, the sexual assault devil. She cares
Melusina.
about Dennis. She wants to
Yeah,
bang
she
Dennis.
does.
And
She
Dennis doesn't
does.
care about himself, obviously.
That's
true.
not caring.
Super
That's putting on a fake mask and pretending to care.
No, I think she does care.
No,
she did offer to
cares
have
about
sex with him, and she wouldn't offer that if
Yeah.
she didn't care about
like
him.
unprovoked.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's not how that works.
So sexual assault Chan goes, you transferred school to give Senpai a recruitment pitch? Wait, Smith, are you sure you aren't being taken advantage of again? She's like,
Sugoi.
I'm not. I'm doing this of my own free will. Chainsaw Man of all people, being in a chair, it doesn't sit right with me.
Being a chair.
Being in a chair, that's what I said. And Dennis
And
goes,
then he
butts
says,
feel
Butts
good.
feel good.
Chairs are like content in their own way, you know? Yeah, maybe I can't eat steak every day, but I do eat pot stickers and ice cream and other tasty foods. I'm happy with my normal life. Plus, a normal life is my dream. I'm not joining the Chainsaw Man church. And Mike walks off. He goes, forget it. Let's get one thing gay. I didn't transfer here just to recruit you. I wanted to be your friend, Dennis, because you're the one who killed Makima and freed me. And he goes, too bad.
Okay. So should we talk about like the previous 12 pages before we like move on and talk about the ending?
I mean, yeah, okay.
Finish these two sentences right. And,
Yeah.
And then like.
So-
he goes
so-
to the door.
He goes, too bad. If you came with me, you could sleep with all the women you want to, right? So this chapter is basically one big part, right? But we can split it up here. So here, right, in all this mess of dialogue, we get introduced to good old Mike Smith, the sword man. And we get a lot of dialogue. The big thing that I think we learned from the beginning here is that he's a member of the Chainsaw Man Church, which is definitely not what I thought was going to happen. But at the same time, it also simplifies things because it doesn't add like a third faction into this.
Thank God.
Well, what did you guys think of this? I know, Trevor, being just caught up, you haven't had like a week to ruminate on this, but like, I mean, what were kind of your guys' thoughts just like over this, like him being a member of the Chainsaw Man Church?
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, like, so what I originally expected, I thought that he was gonna be with the bureau, like, you know, still a complacent dog, you know.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's nice. And I think it's cool that the weapons are basically the ones running the church, because, you know, it means we'll get to see some familiar faces, hopefully.
Yeah, Reze Bro's on copium right now. On hopium, that's what it is. They're on hopium right now.
Exactly, yeah.
okay. I kind of have like an idea as to where like this maybe could go.
Okay.
Because Trevor, I know you're just caught up, so you might not like fully realize this, but a lot of what's happened in part 2 has been just a reflection of part 1. Like, you know, the Bat Devil arc, the Eternity Devil arc, an arc equivalent to Katana Man. Like, we've had a lot of parallels to part 1. So I'm seeing this, you know, it's a Bomb Devil parallel to some extent, but then, you know, think of like the next chapter, like the next arc. Brandon, what was the arc that followed Bomb Devil in the original?
I don't know. That's Trevor. He's the one that just caught up. It's fresh in his
Trevor,
mind.
what was the one that what was the arc that followed Bomb Devil in the original?
I don't remember. I remember that Bomb Double fight was with Typhoon, and then after that one, I don't remember what exactly.
So
was next.
we get international assassins after this.
Like Quan Chi, Santa Claus, Darkness
Was that
Devil.
next?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
next.
yeah, that was after.
That was after Bomb Devil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might be getting it mixed up with like Controlled or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I read all of the chapters in the span of like 2 days to get
I know,
caught up
crazy.
because I wanted to. And so yeah, I get things.
I think
that
it took you
were-
like
were-
4 days or something. It was over the course of a couple days.
Yeah. I mean, I started on last Thursday, and today is Tuesday.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So okay, so to what I'm getting at is I could very easily see this kind of setting up an arc akin to International Assassins, where everyone's. I feel like maybe it'll be a lot of people out to get Asa, with like the church protecting her from like maybe public safety
Wait,
assassins. What? Oh, sorry, Ashley.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was a little bit
like,
lost. I was a little bit
Ashley-
lost too.
Yeah, Ashley might be targeted, and this could be like a setup for that. That or probably with Dennis, because it's setting up it's given me very heavy Fire Punch like flashbacks where it's like setting up this. There's a lot of like political / religious like debate here, and
I don't think it's necessarily religious themes.
Not religious,
because Fire Punch was definitely more religious themes, but I think that this is more like political and like seeing how different sides and how like the media portrays it and all that, and to see how fervent both sides can be. That's what the church versus anti-church thing have been.
Sorry, that's like I said religious because it is the Chainsaw Man church. But yeah, it's setting up tension kind of like in a similar manner to what I saw from Fire Punch, and because I feel like if he joins, I mean, public safety is going to be like, oh, you can't do that, and there's going to be a lot of fighting over that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wonder if next chapter Dennis is going to join the Chainsaw Man church. I wonder if he's gonna pledge to do that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but I'm also excited to see some more of like the tension brought about by Dennis and Ashley interacting again in the church, and also just getting to see all the other like. I feel like we're gonna kind of get what we got at the end of maybe Katana Man, where like we got introduced to some other like mainstay characters. I feel like we might get more mainstay characters of the rest of part 2, like the other hybrids.
Yeah, I'd really like to see the other hybrids get more screen time.
That would be awesome.
Specifically the whip chick, for no other reason than she's hot. I'd say personally, in regards to the weapons, I don't know if we'll see Quanxi or Reze, because Quanxi is a Chinese devil hunter, and so once she's free, she's probably going to go back there, and Reze, being a Russian agent, is probably going to go back there after she was free. So I'm not certain we're going to see either of them.
Well, no, she probably wouldn't, though.
But she probably would. I mean,
because like, no, she wasn't really a Russian agent, though. Like, she was held captive, like, pretty much for her life. Like, she would want to escape that.
Well, like, I mean, it's the thing
She's not gonna go back to Russia.
I think that she could. Like, I think that if Funny Water wrote that,
she's not going to.
No, I think she would. Because like that's well, that's her home. I mean, that's all that she's ever known. That's her homeland.
I'm gonna side with Trevor on this one. I don't know if I'd say that she'd go back. I mean, I could easily see her staying.
Reze Bro's cheering at you guys right now.
I know.
You guys aren't loyal to Asaden. You guys aren't loyal to Asaden.
I want there to be an
our perpetual cycle of it's so back. New chapter comes out, it's so over. New chapter comes out, we're so back. New chapter comes out, it's so over.
What if the Bomb Devil equivalent happens because it's, I mean, not like the full reason for why it instigates, but like the start of it could be like a romantic tension and like a love triangle, where maybe what if, hear me out, Reze gets there and it's like Ashley and Dennis are already dating, and then it's like Gur, and then
Ashley and Dennis aren't going to be dating anymore.
No, okay. So I think Ashley and Dennis would be a better couple, but like I still want to see Riza though, you know.
I want to see Power come back.
Well, I do want to see Power come back. The Power's not going to come back for a hot minute. Denji hasn't even.
Our bros are delusional right now.
No one has told Denji to fuck off and go to hell, and so he's. He can only do that after he's been told to go to hell.
No. Ashley has in fact told Dennis to go to hell. Multiple times, as a matter of fact.
Dude, then he can just go. He might not realize that he can do that yet, though.
Yeah, he didn't realize it's part of Black Chainsaw Man's powers.
He's never been to hell.
Exactly.
Dude, he's never been to hell. He was in that weird place with the doors all the time.
Not recently.
Not recently, that's so true. But yeah, so I think that it's interesting. I hope we get to see more of the hybrids. I think that it do well to, kind of help fill out Part 2's cast more and kind of explore some of these characters. And then it'd also be cool looking back at the end of Part 1, knowing that these guys are more fleshed out, and I'll be like, whoa, it's the thing. It's like seeing Josh in Part 1. It's like, whoa, it's the guy. It's the gay man. Yeah, no way.
The guy. Yeah. I'm personally fine with like the smaller, like this relatively smaller cast, although it would be nice to have more main characters. I do agree. I do like the smaller cast so far, like having Devil show up when they need be with like currently established characters. But Fountain Water wants to add more. Who am I to deny? I think he'll do a good job with like introducing us to all these other hybrids who they're gonna die in like 5 seconds maybe, but it'd be nice to at least pretend to care about them for a little bit until they inevitably die.
I just think that he's going to do good because of all the wonders he's done for Josh, right? That Kyle, you and I have talked about. Well, because I love Josh's character in part 2, and I really enjoy what he's done with Mike so far. So getting a little bit later into the first section here, where he's saying, like, I realized something in my body, my brain, I ought to use them for myself. So his character arc was extremely similar to Dennis, right? Where he realized he was being used by Makima in kind of a much more literal sense, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, I realized that I needed to think for myself. Realized that I wanted freedom. That's the funny word that Attack on Titan bros know all too well. He wanted freedom, and I think that it's very cool to see a parallel. I think that he's very genuine. I don't think he's trying to trick Dennis here. I think Molestina is trying to with her sexual assault devil powers.
I would say like for now,
yeah, but she's hot though, so it's okay.
I will more so believe that Mike is not trying to manipulate. Then I think he is being sincere, but there's a part of me that thinks like Dennis has been stabbed in the back before by people who he's trusted.
No, absolutely, this dude is being controlled by Fami. That's just like I 100% believe that.
Yeah, but maybe not like in the literal sense, but maybe it's just like, hey, you should recruit Chainsaw Man to the church, and he's like, yeah, because he got flustered whenever Molestina said you transfer schools to give him a recruitment pitch. Aren't you being taken advantage of? And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm doing this of my free will. Like he got really flustered when she said that. So yeah. maybe it is just like Fami was like, hey, die or bring Chainsaw Man to our church, and he's like, okay, I don't want to die, and then came here to give his sales pitch.
No, man just forgot to eat lunch one day, and then he was like really hungry 3 hours later before dinner, and then Fami was just like, it is my time to shine.
All right, prepare the kitchen. About to start cooking.
It's like, canonically, that's all we know about her power, is that if they're hungry enough, she can control them. It doesn't make any sense.
Having just caught up, you have no idea how long and how many different theories we had in the discourse of trying to figure out what Fami's power was for however many months from when she was introduced to when we got it. Yeah. I can't remember everything off the top of my head.
Didn't she like say that she was the famine devil like super early on?
No. Whenever she was introduced, we knew she was famine. Because it was the beginning of Aquarium, I think. Eternity Devil Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, also known as Ashley gives the world's most intriguing talk about starfish.
Yeah, that was
world? No freaking way. This isn't JoJo's video.
No way, dude. Is this the JoJo lens? That's crazy.
Should we talk about the end of the chapter now? Because this ending is really funny.
Yes. Would you like to read it, Kyle?
Sure. So, from on page 13 onward, we see Mike leaving saying, too bad you came with me. You can sleep with all the women you want to. And Dennis, bro, is flabbergasted. He was not built for hearing that. So then we get 2 little panels of like the door opening, the door closing. You see like a little like dash near the side of one of the doors. And then it cuts to Mike walking down the stairwell, and he sees Dennis leaning on the wall chilling. And he goes, what the? Did you teleport? And then
I've given what you said
a lot of thought about whether I've also been somebody else's tool. I mean, you're damn right I was a tool. Chainsaw Man Church, sign me up. It's a great
Chainsaw Man Church arc.
I love this because it canonically proves that Chainsaw Man, with his powers, he can teleport upon being horny.
Yeah, I can't wait for power scalers to get a hold of this chapter and be like, yeah, massively faster than light speeds. It's gonna be insane.
I mean, to be fair, R34 artists are faster than light itself, so if you want to scale Dennis somewhere between R34 artists and speed of light, I mean, you get a pretty accurate speed base for his character.
That's fair. No, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
said, I've given what you said a lot of thought. But to be fair, that comment is about whether I've been someone else's tool. I mean, he has given that a lot of thought. That's
He has, but the main motivator was definitely you could sleep with all the women you wanted to. Bro freaked out and he warped into Mike's path.
Bro has the worst impulse control.
But it makes for a really entertaining manga.
That's true. That's true. So the interesting things here, and kind of with the very end of the beginning section, where Dennis refuses Mike, he goes, "I'm happy with my normal life. Plus, a normal life is my dream." I don't know if he's saying this genuinely or just saying this because Sexual Assault Chan is here, and she would report back to Josh.
Copium, yeah.
Yeah, and then Josh in public safety would go and kill Natalie, and that obviously would be suboptimal for Dennis. But I also think that. What were you saying, Trevor?
Never mind. Continue. I'll say this later.
No. You say yours.
No. It'll make more sense when you continue your train of thought.
I don't even remember what my train of thought was anymore. So you just continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dennis does his funny teleport thing. How did he get there so fast? Man as in Mike walked down a flight of stairs, and then Dennis was there. But you want to know who wasn't there?
Sexual Assault Chan.
Exactly. And she's supposed to stay by his side. How would he get away from her?
That is an
interesting made a pact
theory.
with like the Justice Devil or something.
Dude, no way.
Mind.
Dude, the Justice Devil, love that guy. Except for when I don't love that guy.
Yeah.
The imposter theory is interesting. I would say personally, I don't subscribe to it. I think that this is a funny water gag. Because that'd be like saying, guys, how did Famine throat an entire loaf of bread in 2 seconds? Like, it could be
really
an imposter.
Hungry,
if this is
really
fake Saw Man, that'd
also,
be impressive. Dude, she is a devil. She is a devil. Dude, what if Fammy is the Famine devil? And that's why like she eats so much and is so food focused.
Well, no, because if she was the Famine devil, she probably wouldn't eat a lot because
that's true.
Like famine,
that's true.
Like she's gotta be more powerful.
She'd be like really hungry and stuff, so she wouldn't eat a lot.
Yeah. She wouldn't want to eat because then she would lose her power.
Yeah, that's true. What if her power was like if someone was hungry, she could control them? Like as the Famine devil.
But then she wouldn't be able to control herself if she scarfed down a loaf of bread.
That's true, because then she wouldn't be hungry and she wouldn't be able to control herself. And then she'd eat more and more.
Exactly.
And then she'd never be able to get her powers back. Yeah. I don't know if I subscribe to the imposter theory. I think that it's a funny water gaff. I think this is Dennis with no impulse control. Once again going and like, I'm going to join the Chainsaw Man Church. But this isn't... What do you guys think is going to come of this?
I think he's going to join the church, dude.
No freaking way.
Did you read the chapter?
No freaking way. I didn't. Trevor did, though.
I think that it is an imposter, right? And I think because like the way that Dennis is like presenting himself is different than he was in the rest of the chapter, right? Like in like the previous every single scene, right? He was constantly like either like acting depressed, right? Because his life is miserable, or like super excited because like he could do whatever he wants with this theoretical possibility of having infinite money.
Yeah.
But like right here, he seems like he's what's the word? Like conniving,
Like plotting?
Yeah, like that kind of thing. He feels like an evil villain in these two panels. Or
yeah,
three,
Bro
four,
said
two
sex.
pages, whatever.
Bro said sex, and he was all ready for it.
It's like, I mean, like his general posture changes from like, I mean, we only see him standing up a couple times at the very beginning.
He was a chair for the most part, Chairs don't really move around that much.
But like he's in these scenes, he's leaning back on the wall, waiting for Mike to come by.
Yeah, because he's massively faster than light.
So with that, Trevor, right? You subscribe to imposter theory.
Yeah, it's an imposter.
Who is impostering Dennis here?
It's
not Fake Saw Man, because Fake Saw Man is with the church. Because whoever it is wants
I
to
have
trick
no
Mike.
idea. Yeah, and like the thing is, I mean, like I don't know who it would be, but I know what the motive would be. The motive, obviously, is
To make sure
Chainsaw
Dennis
Man-
doesn't have sex.
No. Is to make sure that Dennis like doesn't have access to Natalie. You know, he
But, like-
loses his sister, his younger sister.
Yeah.
Fucking dies because that was a clear punishment. If he joins the church, Natalie dies. And so like here he is joining the church in air quotes, and Natalie's going to die.
But Josh would see through that.
Not like actually, but like
Josh would see through that. He would see if this was a fake Dennis. He would see that and he'd go, "That's not the real Dennis." Because Josh is smart.
How do we know? Is Josh?
Dude, no one knows more about Dennis than Josh. No one knows more about Dennis than Josh because Josh is just around him 24/7.
No, that's not true.
It's absolutely. He always pops up. He wasn't here because Sexual Assault Chan was here. He didn't need to be here.
Exactly.
But other than that, Josh is around all the time. I don't think it's an imposter. If it's an imposter, it's Josh.
I think it is an imposter. Why would it be Josh though? Josh didn't have anything to gain, and additionally, Josh is taller than Dennis.
Because I like Josh and I want him to be in this chapter.
No, but like Josh is super tall though. Like you wouldn't be able to pass as Dennis.
Oh my
Maybe it's a
gosh!
similar
It's
height.
the funny water gag, guys. Come on.
No. We have
No, it's not going to
to
be.
dissect this, Kyle. We have to dissect this. How fast did Fami have to eat that entire loaf of bread?
Well, I mean, like, okay, so how, that kind of thing, right? First of all, she's a horseman, right? You know, she's got some serious power. Second of all,
Power?
this is a manga.
She's got power? No.
Yeah,
Dennis has to save her. Okay,
Dennis has to save her, dude.
So, final
Okay,
thoughts
so,
on the chapter. Shut up, Trevor.
I didn't finish the thing.
I didn't ask. I
finished
didn't
my
ask. I
thing.
didn't ask. I
Oh,
didn't
you
ask. I
did.
didn't ask. I didn't
You didn't
ask. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. Final thoughts on the chapter.
Did though.
This is a good chapter, and I am excited to see where it leads to. I believe that that's not an imposter. It's just a funny gag with Dennis like mood swapping, because it's like, okay, he was denying it and he heard sex and he is jumping in without thinking ahead. That's, you know, usually what he does. So he'll probably deal with the consequences of like, oh fuck, I have you to worry about, or sorry, Natalie, Freudian slip. Like, oh man, gee, I gotta take care of that.
Gee Willikers. I got an appointment to get sexually assaulted by another adult later. Jeez.
Dennis, it's 4 a.m. Time for your sexual assault from an older adult woman.
No way. I'm staying up late tonight.
God damn it. But yeah, I like this chapter. It was a good chapter, and I'm excited to see where the next one leads, because the bi-weekly devil did not strike.
Yeah, no bi-weekly devil. We get one next week, and that's kind of based. What do you think, Trevor?
Nice.
Overall.
Nice. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, we get to see Swordman. I didn't even know that he existed at first. He was in like a single panel in part 1.
He was in like 3 panels at least.
No, he was in a single panel in part 1.
I can think of 3 panels.
I would know. I counted. I counted.
Oh, you're right, because it's part 1. Because there's only one
probably-
panel of each character. That's right. That's my bad.
Exactly. I probably counted 1, but I only counted 1.
Yeah.
I probably miscounted. But like
Yeah.
I only counted 1. So what was I saying? Thoughts about the thing? It was good. Yeah.
Well, he's not an imposter. And
He is an imposter.
It was a good chapter. I can't wait to see what we get next with the amazing world of Chainsaw Man. So, if you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like, so make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what your favorite part of this chapter was. Everyone, thank Trevor for joining us today as our special guest, and by special guest, I mean he's going to be with us, schedule permitting, for the 3 of us to record together for the rest of Chainsaw Man. Because, Kyle, if you haven't picked up at this point, it's not a bit. Trevor has legitimately 100% caught up to Chainsaw Man, and schedule permitting will be joining us for recordings. So,
That's what
thank
I
you all for
assumed
watching.
midway
We hope
through
you
the
all
episode.
enjoyed. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Congrats, Trevor.